Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Grid Podcast.
Gaining unauthorized access to the truth.
And today we're going to be talking about, this is by the way our fourth podcast.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about a very saddening topic.
Very, very, very serious as well. One that's very, it pertains a lot to our age, because we're all about, if you don't know, we're kind of in the younger spectrum of things, so,
Yeah, almost not teenagers anymore. Almost into full, I guess, adulthood.
Yeah, but still a problem that a lot of people our age actually deal with, so, and that is suicide.
Yeah, and suicide, believe it or not, it's very prominent in college students, because they end up dealing with a whole bunch of things regarding family life. That could be a possibility. It could be relationships with other people not going right. It could be schoolwork, people getting stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many different things that play into suicide.
Mm-hmm. And specifically today, that we're going to talk about a location specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a location in Japan. A location in Japan called Agigahara Forest, which is in Japanese for sea of trees. And
many people call it suicide forest due to the amount of suicides that are occurring there.
If you guys don't know, it is the number 2 place in the world to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And the first is actually here in the U.S. The first most prominent place is the Golden Gate Bridge. It's right here in the U.S., so that's kind of scary, but yeah.
Which is a lot less secluded than this forest, obviously.
Yeah.
I think that it's definitely one of the scariest places to go. Even, I mean, with suicides too, like, can you imagine, you're one of those people that are going to try to commit suicide. You're going into this forest that you may get lost in.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Mm-hmm. They get lost. And yeah, it's so bad that they actually have to, people that want to commit suicide but don't know if they want to fully give, into it yet. They don't know if they want to actually do it yet, go through with it. They put tape around. So if they lose their way, they can find their way back if they don't want to do it, so.
Yeah. Because from what I understand, in the forest itself, there's, what is it, iron? Or what is it?
Yeah, it's a magnetic iron. So GPS, and that's with GPS and phones, so they don't work.
Yeah, so basically, if you get lost in that forest, you're going to have a hell of a hard time getting out.
Yeah, you're screwed. And especially at night. Can you imagine how scary it is at night?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're camping out there? Alright, so first off, before we get ahead of ourselves here, let's look into some of the history of this place. So, Jared, you wanna, what's off here?
Yeah, they codenamed the place basically the perfect place to die is what people call it.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese spiritualists believe that the suicides committed in the forest have permeated, Kigahara's trees, generating paranormal activity and preventing many who enter from escaping the forest depths. Which is going back to the GPS, basically.
Mm-hmm. And it is actually one of the most haunted places in the world, too, so.
Yeah, because if you're like me, I rely on GPS to get pretty much everywhere, so, I can't imagine being lost in the forest because I don't have a good sense of direction myself, so I would not do good.
Well, actually, okay, let's, this side right here, I don't think it really gives into, so much of the history first, so let's talk about that first, because I can think of it off the top of my head, so, basically this whole suicide thing, I think, Jed, if you want to pull it up on Wikipedia really quick to see if I'm right, but, I think that this whole suicide thing really started kicking up in the 1950s, because, it was a lot of stuff there, like why people commit suicide there is, first off, it's because of business. Right, Jared?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm correct?
Yes.
And it's,
ages 40 to 50 years old.
Yeah.
Those are the majority of the people that commit suicide in the forest.
Mm-hmm. And what's really scary is that the month they're talking about it in right now, March, is the place where, the month where suicide is at its peak.
Yeah, so that brings another reason as to why we're talking about the suicide forest this month of March, because that's when the highest suicide rate is.
Mm-hmm.
So It's a great thing to talk. Well, not really a great thing, but a
it's
good
really
thing.
Sad, yeah.
It's a sad, but it's a good topic to talk about on the month of March,
and not just in the month of March. I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, however many lives you can save. You know?
I mean, me and Aiden have been talking about this topic for probably go back a couple months. We've started actually talking about it, so we had this topic in mind for a while. And before we get too far into this topic, I want to mention that we are going to go into a person named Logan Paul. Many of you do know who he is. He's a famous YouTuber. He has over 17 million subscribers, but we're going to go more into that later. But
let's just say he's made some pretty dumb decisions.
Yeah, so we're going to split this topic into
two parts,
and we're going to talk about Suicide Forest first. So,
and I'm going to talk about Logan Paul, and then we're going to put it together, and then you can see how they relate. Because you're probably thinking, how do they relate?
Yeah, well, we will explain it.
Yeah, we will explain how they do.
We're gaining this unauthorized
access to the truth. Oh, yeah, boy. Let's go.
Alright, so let's start out by what is Aokigahara, right?
Yep.
Well, Aokigahara is a forest on the northwestern flank of Japan's Mount Fuji.
Yep. Also it's Mount Fiji, yeah.
Mount. Well, they pronounce it spelled Fuji.
Yeah.
I think Fiji's actually the water that on the island. That's an island. Fiji's an island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not near Japan, I don't think.
Okay.
And yeah, so basically the layout was created by the volcano, right?
Yeah, it was a volcano. Yep.
Yeah, and did you want to mention something about how the mountain is the mountain's gonna erupt?
Yeah, no, it's gonna erupt.
What are they predicting?
In like the future, it's gonna wipe out the forest.
Yeah,
basically.
So technically, this topic could be irrelevant years later after we're talking about it now, because who knows when this mountain's gonna erupt.
Right. But then there are more force than just that one, though. So
there's always...
There's probably going to be another force that's going to become number 2. So, after this, so...
Yeah, so...
So, the geography of this place.
It's thriving on 30 square kilometers of hardened lava laid down by last major eruption of Mount Fuji in 864 CE. The western edge of Aokigahara, where there are several caves that fill with ice in winter, is a popular destination for tourists and school trips.
And 2 of those caves, I don't know what they're called, but 2 of them, they commit suicide in a lot as well. Not just hanging from trees. There are some... there are 2 caves where suicide is also prominent. It is within that forest, obviously, but yeah. I don't remember the names of them, but...
Yeah. Aokigahara, the forest itself is beautiful.
It is a beautiful forest.
If you happen to be close to your phone right now and you're listening to this, obviously, because you're listening to our podcast, but if you want to...
Look up some pictures, please.
Yeah, seriously, look up some pictures of the forest itself, because it is it's gorgeous.
Make sure you type in forest scenery, though.
Yeah,
or else you're going to get some pretty
you're going to get some disturbing stuff like, bones.
We saw a picture of a skull, but yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty,
pretty intense.
Yeah, pretty intense.
But just type in Aokigahara forest on scenery or trees, and then you'll find some beautiful pictures.
Yes.
If you're in the midst of making a nature documentary, that could be some perfect pictures.
Oh, yeah. I would love to go on maybe on a guided tour. By myself.
No.
Oh,
way.
No way. If I go to
Aokigahara,
I'm going to go with Aiden. I'm not going by myself.
Yeah. Not to be arrogant, but I know a lot of the history about this place, so I might be able to...
Aiden, I don't even think if you knew that... The history is not going to help you.
No, it's not going to help at all, actually.
It's going to rely on your sense of direction. If you go off the path...
I don't have a lot of good sense of direction, so...
We're both horrible at sense of direction.
GPS doesn't work, so uh-oh.
Well,
we're going to have a guided tour.
Wait, plus, our phones are...
Are there actually guided tours there? I don't think they mentioned it, actually. Uh-oh. I don't think they mentioned guided tours, Jared.
Oh, well, maybe there is. Okay.
Hopefully. There were signs. There were signs there.
Well, wait, okay, so there was, a pathway, though. There's a set path for you to follow.
Yeah, 2 set paths,
but there is options for people to actually... They can go off the path. You don't have to. It's optional, right?
Which is most of the people that commit suicide go off the path, obviously.
Obviously, yes, because if you would be on the path, most likely someone's going to see you before this happens.
And not coincidentally, that's, not coincidentally, the path doesn't go very deep in there, in the forest itself, due to obvious reasons.
Yeah, because the forest, how big is this forest?
It's,
Does it say? 30 square kilometers.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Which is 12 square miles.
Yeah.
And if you translate it.
12 square miles of deep foliage and trees and quietness. And, interestingly, there's very little to no wildlife.
Really?
Yeah, there's little to no wildlife in the forest at all.
Yeah.
So it's like complete silence in there. Aside from probably the occasional gunshot. But, I mean,
yeah,
aside
which is leading into exactly
why it's called Suicide Forest, yeah.
Yeah, but also people hear gunshots and stuff. Like, if they're on the outside of the forest, they can hear stuff sometimes,
Yeah,
right?
they're like, what the heck's going on? They also hear screams, people screaming.
Yeah, which maybe a lot of those screams are not actually people that are being killed currently, but people that were killed. It's like their spirit, they're screaming.
Yep, as we said, it's one of the most haunted places on Earth, so...
Yeah, so if you're ever thinking of doing a ghost hunt or something like on Ghost Adventures...
Bring some EMF detectors and stuff,
yeah, it's gonna be going off the charts.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely I would be cautious about doing a ghost hunt.
It is a sad, sad place, because it's a beautiful forest. The forest itself is absolutely beautiful, but just to know, we're gonna get more into, the history behind it, but it's just, so suicides. Yeah, so it's just, it's sad. If it wasn't for, it being known for what it's known for, I would go there. Jared, tell me if you agree on this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to walk into the forest and then just see someone in the midst of hanging themselves or something,
Yeah.
I would be my mind would be absolutely, I'm gonna know how to handle that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really gauge how my reaction will be, but I will predict. And my prediction is that I'm going to be very scared that I just saw that. I'm going to be freaking out. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave the forest. I'm going to be like, okay.
Me too.
I'm going to be like, all right, where's the exit? Where's the exit sign?
Aiden, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, Aiden, let's go to that restaurant with the toilets.
Yeah. They actually Japan actually has a restaurant with toilet seats. Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to show Aiden some more pictures.
Can actually use them, though.
No, it's actually like seats that you sit down and
the toilets are decommissioned.
And you eat, decommissioned. But they give you like bowls that are shaped like toilets, so you're like eating soup out of a toilet. It's like, oh my god! It's like
let's just make sure they clean them.
Yeah, did you sanitize this before giving it to me? But anyways,
yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely run out of that forest.
Yeah, just a little bit of humor to, kind of lighten the mood.
Lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah. So suicides.
Yeah, so some of the suicides, like numbers wise.
Yeah.
In 2003, 105 bodies were found.
Yep.
That says it's a record, exceeding the previous record of 78 in 2002. Yep. So that's a big jump.
Yep, and just letting you guys know, there are, normally there were 2 suicides a week.
Mm-hmm.
In that forest. 2 a week.
Yeah, can you imagine, though?
That does not sound like a lot, but it is.
Oh, it is?
Our community right now is dealing with something, in a couple of towns, there's a rash of suicides happening right now. And we're from Ohio, so...
like in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's not happening necessarily in our town, but it's happening within our area.
Yeah. There's a rash of suicides happening right now in high schools.
Yeah, and this is kind of off topic, but gun violence and stuff that's been happening in schools. That's a very prominent thing in the U.S. right now. So that's not really related to suicide. That's more of just killing.
No, dude. I was actually referring to there was a bit of rash of suicide in Paley.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Uh-huh.
Yeah, in Jackson and stuff. Yeah, there was a we're not gonna get into that, but just know that we're praying for you guys. Yeah, what's happening there, because that's
my heart goes out to all the victims of that
and their families, because that kind of hits us harder because that is kind of close to home. So yeah. So anyway, back to the forest. So 105 bodies were found.
Yeah, and in 2010, the police recorded more than 200 people having attempting suicide in the forest, of whom 54 actually completed it.
And that just goes to show, they found, 105 bodies, but there are probably countless others that they haven't found.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we've done our research, they said stuff like, there will be a lot of bodies that you will not find. Because they wanted to go to places that are very...
Oftentimes...
very, very secluded.
Yeah, oftentimes you won't even find that body for years to come.
Yep.
It's just so well hidden because all that forest...
foliage
just kind of
and trees
foliage
and
it grows over, so yeah, you won't even see the body for many years, possibly, depending how deep in the forest you go. But I'm glad that, it is still a very high number of 54 people being killed or killing themselves. But the thing is, they said 200 people tried to, but 54 out of 200. So it's still relatively...
that's relatively small, but still.
Yeah, but
that
still,
many people wanting to kill themselves is still very sad.
Yeah, it's sad that 200 people did attempt to, but I'm glad that not all 200 did.
Yeah.
Because,
Just real quick, what would drive someone to that point? To want to kill themselves? Obviously family stuff, but
There's just many things that play into a suicide thought. It's usually... not well thought through.
No, it's not at all.
Because things will get better, and my heart goes out to the people that have thought of suicide, and I want to let you know that it will get better.
Yeah,
I promise
it will.
you.
Please, yes.
So don't think that this one event is done for you.
Or there was someone that have been dealing with stuff for years. So whatever your people right now that are going through what family stuff right now, it will get better. Okay, please.
Yeah, so don't give up. It's going to get better. You're just gonna have to fight through it.
And this might sound like we're all need to do something here, but get
help.
Psychological help.
Yeah.
Go to a mental institution. Go to a counselor, please.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no excuse to kill yourself. None.
And
there was no. I was talking to my family about this, and they said this. It might have really big, bad troubles and stuff, but there was no excuse to kill yourself. None. There was no excuse. Suicide is the most selfish thing you can do.
And relating this back to the Bible,
yep,
God does not want you to kill yourself.
No,
that's not.
It is a form of murder. It's a form of murder.
Yeah, because that's God's creation.
Yep.
You're killing yourself. You are His creation.
Mm-hmm. And you're just wasting away, something you God made in His image, and it's just you have so much more to live for it. They can't. I kind of think that people that commit suicide are really short-sighted. They can't see the long term.
You are
they
right.
can't see the long term.
I fully agree with you, Aiden. I believe that is the truth because people are looking in the near future. They're not looking far into the future. If they were to look far into the future, then they would realize that things will get better. It's not going to be like this for the rest of your life.
No.
Things will change. Things will get better.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't see that. They see the current problem being the current problem forever.
Making a mountain out of a molehill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to say that because there are some problems that are freaking messed up.
Yeah, there are many things that do last a long period of time, but what I'm saying is it will get better.
You can get through it. You will get through it.
And plus, if there's a time where you think you can't do it yourself,
get help.
Get help or tell your family members that you're going through this. Do not hide it. Do not.
Don't. Because it builds up. And
yes, and that's when you start struggling. That's when you start getting those thoughts. So you need to eliminate it before it gets bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you may be uncomfortable with talking about it, but you need to bring it up.
You need to talk about it.
Here's some of the things that I think that people don't tend to think about. One being, they don't think about the people that they will be affecting.
That is what I was going to say. Yep, they don't think about their families or their friends.
One is God.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously, that's number one.
Most important.
Second is family.
Yeah.
Third is friends. Or maybe, or could be, tied with girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah.
And, basically anyone that knows this person will be affected.
Oh, more than just that. Anyone that's touched that's like you've been in contact with, basically.
Yeah, because everyone will eventually find out that you did commit suicide, and it will affect them. It will be a negative effect.
Maybe that's some of the reason why people do it, maybe. I mean, that might be this bad to say, but I mean, I think some people might do it to get attention, maybe. Because they know that they're going to need attention when they do it, after they do it, so...
And I'm going to keep this, censored... that's maybe not the best word for it, but that's what I'm thinking of at this time. I'm going to keep it censored just because out of protect someone's name.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, expose that.
We're not going to mention any names.
Yeah, I'm just going to talk in general here. Yeah. Now, this is not something that Aiden attended with me. I was with my girlfriend, and we actually attended a funeral that was from someone who did commit suicide, and he was around the ages of 18, almost turning 19. Mm. And he graduated high school, and he apparently no one thought that this kid was going to commit suicide.
Yeah, there were no signs.
There was no signs. No one was warned about this, and
that's what you guys. First of all, if any, this goes out to parents right now. Okay, look for signs. Okay, look for signs.
You got to keep your eyes open.
Yeah, especially on your kids. If your kids are talking about, maybe about death more than they should, about disturbing stuff more than they should, then maybe you should, start thinking, about that.
Yeah, you gotta look for the red flags that will appear, because one of them is bullying. That's one of the main causes of suicide. I think that could almost be number one on my list of things. Because
bullying / abuse, because I think they get fit in the
same
abuse,
category. Family abuse,
spouse abuse,
yeah. So there's
friend abuse too sometimes. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things that play into it. And I can't mention it all on one podcast off the top of my head because there's so much. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Suicide Forest is definitely a place in Japan well known for where people go to commit suicide. And did you mention about that book, right?
Yep. This is really messed up, guys. So, I mean, there is something called the Complete Suicide Manual, which was written by a Japanese author, and it basically tells about all the ways to kill yourself, like hanging and, gunshots and stuff like that. And it actually recommends Hard as the place to kill yourself.
And this has been a very popular book, right?
Well, not to normal people, it hasn't. I mean, but I mean,
it's a well-known book.
Yeah, it's a well-known book for people that want to commit suicide. Yeah, it's a well-known.
I mean, it's been spread like wildfire. The book itself.
Uh-huh.
It's like a
it's actually been published and which I don't know what messed up company published that book, but I mean,
must have been an independent publisher, because I don't see why
any company would publish a book like that.
Because then, they would be under fire.
They'd be under so much fire for that. Yeah, but I mean, and going back to the history of the Force as well, I guess it really started to gain traction. People committing suicide there when another author wrote a different book about the ending. It's basically two people that love each other going on the Force and they kill themselves. So a lot of people were inspired by that book, and they wanted to copy it. They wanted to copy the ending, so that's what they did.
Because they believed that would be the best place. Because they started believing, well, this author said it. I don't know the background on the author, but
this author said it, so it must be true.
Yeah, so it must be true. Maybe this author was very influential in his
he no doubt was, dude.
I mean, this is all in theory, because it's not really
First off, the author, not to say that we don't hate you, but why would you do that? Why would you write a book about that? And to the author that wrote the Suicide Manual, if you're still alive, do not to be mean, but screw you, dude, because you might have gone through some. I mean, I understand if you're going through a lot of troubles, but don't encourage it, please.
Yeah, because this affected many lives, and it has been proven in a certain aspect that the book has had an effect on people, because it has been found in the forest, laying on
not only in the forest, but in the packs of people that have committed suicide.
Yeah,
the backpacks are in their pockets or whatever.
Or people that were thinking about it.
Yeah,
because there has been their supplies left behind from when they came to the forest, but they were camping out and they were kind of contemplating whether they should or not. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
For the people that decided to, the only one I can think of is to man up. Well done. Well done to the people that said no. I'm not gonna do it. Well done, guys. And
to mention that they do, since the country of Japan has noticed that this is the highest rate of suicide being done in this forest. Yep. So what they did is they posted a sign in the forest that had like a suicide hotline or something.
Yeah, and basically say not just one sign.
Multiple.
Yeah, multiple signs. Yeah.
I mean, obviously with the size of the forest.
Yeah, multiple signs saying, with the National Suicide Hotline number, obviously. Also, basically saying, think about your family is literally what it says. Think about your family and your life and what if, and this isn't on the sign, but people say, if you were to look back at yourself 20 years from now, what would you say about this? What do you say about what you're about to do?
Yeah, I believe that the sign has helped many people turn around. I mean, if you look, I don't know how long the sign's been there specifically, but it said, in 2002, it was, around 78.
Yeah.
And in
78 suicides.
And then fast forward to 2010, and there's 200 people that contemplated this idea. And only
how many did you say?
58.
Not to say only 58, that's still a lot of
or
people.
54.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yeah, it's somewhere on there, but that's still a lot of people.
Yeah, it's still a lot of people, but it's not, exactly 200 people went in and 200 people didn't come out.
Yeah. That's not as bad as the 105 bodies that were found.
Yeah. So at the end of this podcast, I am going to be mentioning, I will post the suicide hotline in the comments section, like right below the video.
Yeah, and the description. So
in the description. So if you need that number, please
call it.
Please call.
And to the people that won that hotline, I don't know how you guys do it. There must be so much emotional stress to be able to talk to people about that.
Yeah, and then the people that are going home that night, they're probably stressing out every night. They're probably like, hand me a cold one. I need it.
So the people that won the suicide hotline, that try to help people, thank you.
Yeah, wow, that's a tough job.
Man.
You can't get paid enough to do that.
I know. That job's priceless. I mean, you guys are saving lives, so...
Yeah, really. That's almost like what firefighters do, but you're doing it over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So...
indirectly saving lives, so thank you. I mean, I don't know if some people on the hotline may have dealt with those thoughts before.
Yeah, probably just because of listening to the people that are thinking about it.
I mean, you would have to think that some people that were on the hotline have, but they have said no, and now trying to help people.
Yeah, because they have a lot of support around them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So...
yeah.
So, half of the people that go into the forest to commit this action are young people.
Yep. Young, but you don't mean like 10. I mean like out.
We're talking about teenage range.
Yep.
And into their mid-20s.
Yep.
But like we said, most of the people, the majority of it, is people ages from 40 to 50 years old, and they're businessmen, right?
They are male businessmen.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is because they lose confidence at the end of the...
Is it like a quarter?
Month. Yeah, and a quarter.
And, maybe it's because how the business is performing. Maybe they're leading the department or that they work in, and they're not living up to their expectation.
Or maybe they got fired from a really big job.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an excuse.
No, it's not an excuse. And that goes back to what I was saying.
Even at 40 and 50, let's do the math real quick. How many more years do you have until you die? Like 20 more at least.
What?
Like if you're 50 years old, you still have at least 20 years to live.
At least.
Yeah, at least. So don't give up.
Yeah, and there's just a lot more opportunity in your life. If God thinks that you've done what you could on earth, he's going to take you. But you don't take yourself. No,
that is not... You may think, if you don't believe in God, we don't care. This is not your right to take your own life. It's not your right. It's not your right to take others' life. It's not your own right to take yours. You don't have that. You don't have that privilege. You do not.
Whether you believe it or not, even if you're Japanese, you don't believe in God. I mean, I'm not saying... They're
not just Japanese. Everyone that doesn't believe in God.
Anyone. God still loves you.
Yes. He wants you to come to Christ, accept Him, and He wants you to contemplate your life.
Yes.
Do not waste your life. There is so much ahead of you.
Yeah, He does not want you to be thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And He's going to try that thought in your head, saying, no, you shouldn't do this. That thought is God talking to you.
Mm-hmm. That actual thought, and the actual thought of suicide is
the devil.
The devil. That's just what I was going to say. It's Satan. It's sin. It's him trying to, say this is okay because he wants you to come away from God. He wants you to walk away from God.
I mean, it's just like, you have like the angel on one shoulder and then the devil on the other one.
Yep.
They're arguing back and forth trying to get your attention, but you got to listen to the one with the halo over its head.
Well, in real life, it's a lot more intense than that.
Yeah, I know.
There were some feelings that, it's...
Just seeing it as an imagery, trying to get you to...
There is real spiritual warfare happening, so, between good and bad. Just turn to God's side and you'll be alright. And to victims, if you've never prayed to God before, pray, too. I mean, get help, and we cannot stress this enough. Get help from family, get help from counselors, and pray. Pray, most importantly. Even if you don't believe in God, just pray.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does help.
Yeah, there's many sources you could go to receive help.
Mm-hmm.
And the forest, relating back to the forest.
Yeah.
It is green all year round, right?
Yeah. But it just goes back to what we were talking about with it always being a very beautiful place. Yeah,
so what if there was saying that there would be snow there, if there was, like a snowfall, then there would probably be less people going there to commit suicide, just because of the temperature alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know really.
Well, they probably just let themselves freeze to death. Yeah,
that could be a way of committing suicide.
Yeah, but still, that's... Yeah.
Either way, I don't think a lot of people will go into the forest just because it would be cold if it did have snowfall.
Yeah.
I don't know the Japanese climate very well.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why that's in the number 2 spot is because they want a little bit of peace before they die. Because as I said, there's little to no wildlife, so it's very peaceful, it's very serene, it's very, it's very quiet.
They try to go there to clear their mind and to start zeroing in on what their final decision is. Mm-hmm. But what I'm hoping is that they pick the right one, not the one.
Say, heck no, I'm not doing this. That's the most selfish thing I can do.
Which I am very happy for the people who walked out on this.
Good job.
Yeah, good.
Good job, guys. You actually had the intelligence to say no.
But the thing is, there's so many other places in Japan that they could kill themselves.
Right.
But why do they travel that whole distance to do that? It's ridiculous.
Well, not ridiculous, because it's a forest. I mean, think about that. They won't get caught. They won't get caught. It's very serene. It has a history of suicide. It all fits into place. It's not ridiculous. It fits into place.
Right.
And they won't get caught. That's a lot. Suicide victims do not want to be caught. So a forest is the best place.
Right. It's because it's crazy to think that they could do it anywhere. They could do it in their house when, everyone's at work, but they decide that they have to go, say you're on the opposite side of the country.
You have to go all the way over there to do it.
Yeah, you have to go all the way over there to do it. And I'm sure there's a lot more forests in Japan than Aokigahara.
Yeah, but people choose that because of its history. And, Jode, I kind of do disagree with you on one thing.
What's that?
About the thing with people that commit suicide are not thinking clearly. When they think that clearly, to go to a forest because they know it's, secluded and they know it's, serene, I think there was a little bit of thinking that goes into that. So I think some people that commit suicide know their decision, know they're going to say yes, and make a plan to do it.
But I do believe that there's people that go there and
there's a lot of people that don't think clearly.
Yeah, there's people that have 2 sides of their head, colliding. Their brain's like, one side's like, no,
don't do it. You have so much more to live for.
And the other one's like, do it. And it's just going back and forth, back and forth. But then I do agree with Aiden. There are certain people that do go into the forest specific. They know for a fact that they are going to do it.
that is their destiny. They think that this needs to die.
And they have no other side of the argument. So they're just going in there. That's what they're going to do.
100%. I'm going to do this and it'll just be over with.
Yeah, it's clean cut. Done.
Yep.
But, yeah, I really hope there's more people that are confused going into this rather than people that...
that know for a fact they're going to do it.
Because at least being confused, you have an idea of what might be right and what might be wrong.
And they have a freaking chance of not doing it.
Yeah. It all depends on the mental state of the person that is committing suicide or attempting to. Because, like we said, a lot of factors play into suicide.
Along with... Now, we didn't write this down to do any research, but it also depends on if you've attempted it before.
Yeah.
If you've attempted suicide before.
Because maybe they could have tried doing it multiple times, but kept no.
If you've attempted it before, you're more likely to do it again.
Yeah, and then
you're more likely to actually go through with it and actually complete it. So
yeah, because they're tired of going back and forth.
Yeah.
On this, they're going to make a decision.
My goal, if you've attempted it before, just say no and stick with it.
Yeah.
We cannot stress that enough. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do suicide. It's bad.
And what's some of the main causes of suicide? What's the main actions they do in order to
this
kill?
is very heavy. This is a very heavy topic. So I'm just, man, I'm still kind of thinking about all those, people that are kind of, that are going through this. It's kind of crazy to think about. It's insane. Sad. Guys, we cannot stress it enough. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. Please.
And one of the, there's a lot of methods that they can use in this forest. One of them is hanging, obviously. That's probably the biggest one.
That's the main method.
And then there's overdosing.
Overdosing on, specifically on sleeping pills.
Yeah. And, of course, gunshots to the head.
Yep.
Many of those, most people already knew.
To your temple, yep.
Most people already knew that, because that's probably the quickest way.
One of the other main methods, other than being hanged, one of the other main methods, it's probably, the least method is probably overdose, probably.
Yeah, because why would you want to go get,
pills,
high in the forest or something, and then be like, yep, this is my last hoorah before I kill myself.
Yeah.
No, I don't think people do that, but...
No.
Not most likely.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Like me and Aiden, we both agree, I think we can both agree on this, that we want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
At some point.
And we want to,
pay respect.
Yeah.
We want to. We're not going to be going there and, being
like Logan Paul.
Yeah, we are going to go into that here in a second, actually.
Yeah, we are. Because that's that's our other main thing.
We're leading into it now.
Our video is actually called Logan Paul Controversy, so... Yep.
And,
we just wanted to give you guys some history about the Fourth so that you guys know why it's going to be so disrespectful.
Yeah.
About what he did.
And so what we want to be able to go to Japan probably someday. I hope to save money up for that so that me and Aiden and whoever else wants to go with us can.
I actually think it should be just us, but
well, I think the more the merrier, because if we have a group of people,
the more the safer.
Yeah, the safer.
One of our main things will be this force.
Yeah,
and don't worry, it's not out of trying to be morbid. It's actually wanting to go there, and I just expect it to be, if we ever do go there, that's gonna be a very powerful feeling, isn't it? A very powerful, sad, just overwhelming sense of, I don't know if it's gonna be paranoia. Or, just complete sadness, a sense of depression, probably.
Yeah, I can only imagine. You hear on those ghost hunting shows, whether it's made up or not, apparently they think that they can sense, they say on those haunting shows, that they can sense that there's something in the room. Well, no, not specifically someone killing, but just a spirit. They can sense, they feel cold. They feel like there's, pressure, on their chest or whatever.
They feel like a tap on the shoulder.
Yeah, they just feel like there's something in the same room.
There's a presence.
Yeah, there's a presence. So I want to know whether, because I've never really had a true ghost, encounter.
Ghost experience. Yeah, we got to be careful with that stuff too, because, I'm going to bring the Holy Bible. That's what I'm bringing. When we go in there. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I want to go there and see the forest just because it's
demons are weird thing too. So.
Well, just because it's beautiful.
It is a beautiful forest. It's very beautiful.
And another thing, that forest may not even exist in, say, 5 years.
Yeah.
So
that volcano may erupt and wipe it all out. Or I mean, this will be another podcast for another day. But Joe, just a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they should cut the forest down?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, because the same thing about the Auschwitz thing with them. We were talking about World War II. Do you think they should cut the forest down? To prevent more suicide? Or do you think they should leave it out of respect for the victims?
I think because if they do try to go through with cutting down the forest, there's going to be a lot of nature conservationists stopping this. They're going to say, no, the forest is sacred. There's too much, it's
wildlife.
Just wildlife.
Which, to you conservationists, I only have this to say. There's no reason to. There's no wildlife, as we said. So there's no way to... Why would you even
But they're going to say that the forest itself is beautiful and that you should not cut it down because of its beauty. And that, God made that, or, whatever. God made that forest. It's just, just like how in the U.S. people don't want you to cut down a tree in a metro park or something, Like you're not... Yeah. Like Teddy Roosevelt, wasn't he the man that created all those parks? Yeah.
Yep. So, and also though, I'm sorry, but you say God created the forest, but I think God would be okay with cutting down this forest for this specific reason. I think. Don't you think I would understand, dude?
Possibly.
To save lives. I mean, God cares more about people than trees. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I just think I'm gonna take this other side and say that. Well, if you look at how we're cutting down so many trees as it is now, we kind of need those trees. I mean, for our own sake of oxygen.
They do provide oxygen, yeah.
And you got to remember that Japan is probably more or less like China's atmosphere.
I was gonna say
because they're kind of like clouded and crap.
Yeah, Shanghai is like one of the most polluted cities on Earth. Shanghai in China.
Like, can you imagine? I'll give you this example. When I went
the actual sky is brown now.
Yeah, I mean. Okay, so there's a big difference, believe it or not, from if you go to the Bahamas and versus Ohio weather. Ohio weather is actually a lot more, I don't know how to describe it, like fresh.
O-H.
I-O.
Yeah.
And so then, when I go to the Bahamas, I can tell the difference. It's a little bit more polluted, I guess. Because it's so much cars on one little island.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
I mean, because they actually have a tax down there that is on cars. Because if you bring a car over, you get taxed heavily because they do not want too many cars on the island. I mean, it's already getting to its brink.
Is this due to the global warming thing? Point. Is this like a carbon tax or whatever? Do you think it's what it's called? Because I've been hearing stuff about that.
I don't know if that's
something called a carbon tax.
Like
Democrats put it into. Function, which is why I don't like it, but I mean...
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think it's a good idea just for the fact of that there's too many cars on the island. I mean, I live there, so I know what it's like.
There's probably a lot of cars now,
Oh, it's very congested. If you go out just to the grocery store to pick up, like, a gallon of milk or something...
I hate to be there during rush hour.
I mean, rush hour's, like, all the time there.
Every day it's rush hour, though.
Every hour of every day, pretty much, except, yeah.
Alright, all that aside, so, okay, we talked about the forest. Do you think we did enough information about the forest itself?
I think we did.
Alright, so let's get into the specifics now. This is what we really want to talk about. This guy, Logan Paul.
Yes, he is a YouTuber, a very famous one at that. Mm-hmm. He has over 17 million subscribers, like I said earlier in the video. In most of his videos, he acts stupid, okay? Yeah. I mean, he acts stupid just to be... Stupid. To get people to laugh, and... Most people nowadays love stupid things. And relating this back to little kids, if you watch cartoons that are on Cartoon Network now, you will look at it and be like, wow, this show sucks. I mean, it just has fart jokes the whole episode.
All the time. And
it's like, I'm going to shoot at Teen Titans Go. That's the worst sequel to a series that you can come up with.
The original Teen Titans was awesome.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, the animation was beautiful.
And fun fact, there was a Teen Titans episode that took place in Japan.
Oh, of course. Teen Titans was, they had a Tokyo movie.
Yep. That's what I was trying to
love that
mention.
movie.
Yeah, I know, that's awesome. That's an awesome movie. And another fun fact, Teen Titans Go, the animation looks to be influenced from Japanese animation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like anime, because like of all like the flashy, wooding and stuff. Like
you mean like the original Teen Titans or the new one?
No, the new one. The new one is like the way the characters look and stuff. I think it looks kind of Japanese, I think.
Hold on, I want to mention something. The original Teen Titans actually had a mix of Western culture, which would be the United States, and...
Don't you? I really think it would be.
Just for the people who don't know.
Western.
I live out in the country, and I round up some cows.
Cattle
on the pasture. No,
to all you Texans out there, this goes out to you.
I wish I was back in Texas.
Yes.
The ocean's no place for a squirrel. Okay, that's
SpongeBob. Jeez, dude.
Okay. Sorry for the SpongeBob reference. Okay,
let's get back on track.
Okay, so what I was saying was the Western culture of it was a mixture of Western. I can't even talk. Western culture and Japanese culture, because
Teen Titans.
If you look Teen Titans, because the animation looked like anime, but it also looked like American animation.
Like the way they talked and stuff was American, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like their tongue. One thing.
The tongue.
Oh, listen. The tongue is actually a big difference in animation. In Japanese culture, they don't not culture, but their animation style is where their tongue doesn't move when they talk. And so it's just like their mouth moves. Do you ever pay attention to that?
Nice detail, Joe. Jeez, I didn't know that
this is something that I detailed in.
Yeah, you were so obsessively
Oh, I analyzed it. I mean, I'm not kidding.
And I call myself an analyzer. Jeez.
And I urge you to watch, compare an anime from Japan, mind you, and American style cartoon.
It is. I guess that's hilarious. I guess. I mean, you really pay attention to it.
Like a great example would be the show. This is when I started noticing it was Chowder. It was a Cartoon Network show.
Chowder, yes.
One of my favorite cartoons. It was funny. It had fart jokes in it, but it was also clever.
What was that one thing that we would always make fun of in that show? It was we were like in middle school, but it was like
Oh my gosh, I don't remember what it was.
It was a fun-related joke. Remember, it was like a
Oh, I don't remember.
You remember that we did something.
I know we were laughing about something, I just don't remember what that was.
That's not a point. Yeah.
But anyway, so if you watch that animation, you will notice, that's when I noticed the tongue, like, when you say like, and the tongue hits the tooth, when you say like that. So you could see that in the animation.
Yeah.
But if you watch an anime, the tongue does not do that when they say like. It's just a regular mouth, like, opening and closing like a puppet. Yeah. So, anyways, that's a little snippet of my analyzation.
Yeah.
Analyzation.
Us going off the rails here.
Woo!
We are nerds, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
We are insane nerds. Okay, so
that.
back to Logan Paul. Okay.
Alright, so...
Teen Titans anime aside.
Yeah, let's move on to the topic
at hand.
Let's jump right in, shall we?
Alright.
Okay, so Logan Paul. He's, like I said, YouTuber, over 17 million subscribers. He acts weird in every video. I mean,
every video.
He calls them vlogs, which is a actual category on YouTube for posting. Like when you can say whether it's a educational video or a vlog.
Basically filming yourself in your daily life.
Yeah, which I can't see how this is a daily life for him. But like he acts up just for viewership.
Yeah, just to get attention.
And so.
The stuff that he does, first of all, oh my gosh, I can't even believe it.
He's very disrespectful. That's the number one thing.
First off, does he deserve to be talked about in a podcast? I mean, we're just talking about it because it's controversial, but I mean...
Well, we're trying to expose this, that he is not... For all those people who are subscribed to him, I urge you to...
Logan Paul fans, you kind of some Ega fans.
I assure you... that you should you should boycott.
You guys are gonna... No, don't boycott, no. Just unsubscribe. You don't need to start a riot or, don't go out in the streets and,
Not like that. I mean like an online boycott.
Like unsubscribe and stuff?
Yeah, unsubscribe. Yeah. Get out of there. I mean, you can just... We watched his videos not for the reason of we like him. He is kind of funny.
He is actually... There was a Pokemon video he did. It was disrespectful, but... there was a thing where he was what was it? Where he his no. It wasn't Pokemon. It was a video. They asked her to go to say Pikachu, and she said it exactly like
It sounded
like
exactly like the actress that plays Pikachu in Pokemon.
And another thing that he did is like George, like he said George Washington or something, and it was hilarious.
And she just had a wig on, so it looks like George Washington's hair. It's like, oh, that's your cousin. It's George Washington's cousin. Nephew, that's what it was, I think.
Yeah, he is. Some of his videos are actually funny. So, hey, Mr. Paul, if you're listening, which I don't think you are, but if you are listening, kudos to you. You actually are kind of funny.
Yes,
in some of your videos.
You are funny, but I would definitely say that you need to dial it down a little bit. It's a bit much.
Don't be so disrespectful, man.
No, seriously though.
Yeah, seriously, don't.
To be serious here.
Yeah.
He is very disrespectful, especially to, like, we're relating this back to the Suicide Forest. We did watch a couple of his videos. Mind you, we do not subscribe to him. We're not, like, constant watchers. Like,
no.
Honestly, I didn't know about Logan Paul until
the controversy, was brought up by news.
I mean, just because I don't go on YouTube and search, stupid things like that.
We do still stupid stuff.
Not like
we don't search any of Logan Paul stuff. No way. No.
So
okay,
I didn't know about this guy.
Yeah. So let's get into first off, before we talk about the other mishaps he's had, let's talk about the actual video itself. What he did, the specific forced video that he made.
Okay, so he made a video that was what was the name of the video specifically?
Suicide Forest. Actually, it's what it was called.
Yeah, so the actual video was called Suicide Forest.
And this is why we told you guys about the history of the forest first. This is how it relates all back to Logan Paul. So.
And it has since been taken down by Logan Paul himself because of...
Really? It was taken about Logan Paul, or was it taken down by YouTube?
No, he took it down because I'm pretty sure it was him. YouTube was like, no.
No, we don't want to see that.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul... I could be wrong... But I do think Logan Paul was the one that took it down. It could have been YouTube, though, because YouTube is on top of those type of things.
Then, Mr. Paul, if it was you, kudos to you. You know what? Another point for you. If it was you.
I'm going to have to take that point away, though. You know why?
Why?
He posted it in the first place.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm going to talk about that here. I want to mention it before I forget. He... posted the video, so he recorded this controversial video. Let's go into this now.
Yeah, actually. Please. I was gonna say because let's talk about actually what the synopsis of it is basically.
So he goes into the forest with whomever records the video.
His just a bunch of his friends.
Yeah. So he goes in there. Is he wearing like some weird frog costume or something?
The hat reminded me of that game Splatoon. That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah,
like a squid or something.
Yeah,
like
so he's wearing like this hat over his head.
Because I guess squid hats are popular.
Yeah, so he's going into the forest and he's being,
dumb.
And I don't know how deep they were in the forest at the time, but they did come across a dead body hanging in the tree.
The forest from the video did not look like it was very deep because there was a lot of sunlight. And if you go deep in the forest, it actually... sunlight thicker, seems to be more dim. Like it's not completely
more
dim.
Dense.
Yeah.
The forest becomes more dense. Yeah.
Like it's not completely black, but the sunlight goes away a little bit because it's just so dense with green foliage and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they stumbled upon this body in the forest. Now you would think that he would not want to film it because
not on the ground, mind you, which leads me to assume that the suicide happened very recently.
Yeah.
Because it's still hanging. The corpse was hanged.
Yeah, so do you think the family probably didn't even know about it yet? Or they were
ended up happening very recently, yeah.
They were looking for this person probably, and they're like,
yeah.
Well, what if they saw this video, assuming they did?
Oh, they probably did.
And they'd be like,
why is someone filming my son? Or why is someone filming my husband? Or why is someone filming my relative? Or something like that. Why are they... In a disrespectful manner, mind you. Well, let's say how he was being disrespectful first off.
Well,
because I want to accuse Mr. Paul without, saying why he was being disrespectful. So let's...
Well, obviously, for many reasons, the guy that was filming Logan Paul, walked around in the forest. They stumbled upon the body. Instead of looking up at the dead body with the camera and be like, "Oh crap," and turn it off,
and like
they
kept
don't
on
even
see that.
They kept on filming.
Now only that they zoomed in.
Yeah, they zoomed in.
They did a little bit scan down.
It's
the scan down. That's a weird way to put it.
Like panned.
Pan.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
We call Pennsylvanians, and I don't even know the terms. Jeez, I'm an idiot.
Our minds are moving like 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. So
forgive us if we stumble.
Yeah.
Or something.
So
So he was panning down the body. He's walking around it.
Yeah. And he's like, what was he starting to laugh or something too?
He did like a. Yeah, he literally, that was the sound he made. Basically, he started laughing. Yeah.
Yeah. So this video got a lot of flack from everybody. His fans, people that just casually watched the video, people that were in Japan, people that didn't even know, like reporters, they started going off on.
And unsurprisingly, it got a lot of flack from the National Suicide Hotline.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Which is the reason why he had to make the video saying, don't commit suicide, probably.
Yeah,
because the Suicide Hotline probably said, if you don't do that, we're gonna...
Probably.
Yeah.
And so he ended up taking the video down. I don't know how long it was on there before he took it down.
I think it was like a couple of days.
Maybe, yeah, it didn't take very long because he has 17 million subscribers, so I imagine he's going to get like 5 million views within a day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, crazy. But he took down the video. Either YouTube or himself, he took the video got taken down. And
for reasons. Do you want to explain the reasons in case if anyone doesn't watch YouTube? Going against YouTube community guidelines.
Yeah, YouTube has the guidelines set in place. One of them would be obviously nudity and things like related to inappropriate content. Anything that's inappropriate like that.
Which in this case, in the Suicide Force, would be graphic content.
Oh, yeah. We could definitely go into that.
And I guess in the category of blood and gore.
Mm-hmm.
Or, dead things. So, yeah.
Yeah, not allowed to do that.
And that's not... What's even more messed up is it's not like he blurted out. Because I know... Mr. Paul, I know for a fact that your team can edit videos afterwards. I know for a fact that you can blur stuff out.
There's proof.
Use Photoshop, man. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, we see it all the time in your videos. Yeah. There's no excuse for not editing anything out.
And not only in... Because I don't want to only blame you, bud, but I mean, with other videos, like with, CIA videos, when people, blow the face out and like it's all like pixelated and...
Yeah,
I mean, you could have did that, dude, but you didn't even do that. You left that in,
You put the raw footage on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you would think that, say you were Logan Paul, you're going back to your hotel room that night.
Wherever the heck you go to. I mean, yeah, because I bet you don't think about these things since you're rich, so you don't have to deal with.
But say he's going back to his his hotel room.
Yeah.
And he just recorded this video with his friend. They're like, "Oh my god, what did we just see?" And then, they end up, looking at the footage. They're like, "Well, should we post it?" They're probably asking this question themselves. Should we post it or not? And they end up doing it.
They make the dumbest decision and say yes.
Why do they post it?
Why would you... Okay, first of all, it's bad enough to film it, but then to go and think about it and then post it.
Yeah, they probably thought about this. Should we post it?
You guys must have an IQ level of 20.
I mean, seriously, if you have a conscience, you would know that you shouldn't do that. I mean, you know the rules, Logan, on YouTube. You know that. You're... I mean, goodness gracious.
I mean, now, I understand now... Okay, listen. There were other YouTubers that... Like, this guy called Exploring with Josh. He's a guy I follow.
Okay.
And he basically looks at abandoned things like Chernobyl and stuff. He went there, and when he went into the forest, he did a video on it, but...
Did he blur stuff out? Or
he did that. He didn't need to. He didn't even stumble across a body.
Okay,
but he actually handles it with respect. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard when the camera filmed off, he actually started crying. Because it was just so, he was just so taken aback by, what this place represents.
See, I have respect for that person. Because they...
Josh, kudos to you, because you actually treat that place with respect. And they did go camping for a night. So, I mean, they did want to have some fun with it,
Mm-hmm.
Like, not, I mean, they wanted to have a little bit of fun. I mean, so you did, some of this kind of stuff is like Paul just, talking stupid and, but you don't disrespect people. He didn't disrespect anyone. He was just,
Yeah, it's like if I go to Japan, I want to pay respect to the force. I do not want to make myself,
look like
crazy,
a fool.
look like a fool, and just make people upset.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that when I go to Japan. I want to listen to their culture. I want to adhere by it
and pay respects to the victims.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Josh, kudos to you.
Yeah, thank you for
actually handling it in a respectful manner.
Yeah, you are a pure grown-up. You're not like Logan Paul where he acts like a little kid.
And he's the same age, actually. This other YouTuber is the same age as
think
Logan Paul, and yet he's more mature.
So he's like around 20-some years old.
Yeah,
so
from what I know.
So
I mean,
Logan
he
Paul,
might be older. So.
Logan Paul isn't even that much older than us.
No.
Yeah.
Which kind of plays into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in our, 20s.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you may not think about it because we're more mature, obviously. I mean, you may not think we're 20, but we are. We're just as young as, any other, people that person act stupid. So, yeah. The goal is that we have a God, and we have Bible, and we have guidelines, moral boundaries to follow, set by our Creator, God. So, that's one of the reasons why we, tend to stay away from that kind of stuff, because we don't want to, we want to be mature. So, yep.
And, okay, so...
Anyway, besides that...
Let me, continue.
Yeah.
The video was since taken down, probably within about 3 days, max, probably. And ever that time, YouTube, I think, banned him for a little bit, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
This was like a serious offense in YouTube's policy. And they decided, well, we need to teach him a lesson. So they ended up banning him for a little bit.
Which, if you're listening, Logan, you deserve that.
I mean, if
Logan, you deserve to have that, had that banned, because like Jared said, you know the rules.
Yeah, you had the option. This wasn't a requirement. It's not like, whatever I record on my camera, I gotta post on YouTube. I just make videos. It's like you had that choice. You did not have to post it. But he knew that he had all those 17 million subscribers, so he's like, well, I could get a lot of views with this. And
let's not just blame it on Logan. I mean, do you think the cameraman and his team are to blame as well? Oh, I'm sure. Because he probably had a lot of say in posting the video in the first place. He probably, convinced Paul. Maybe Paul was the person that said, yeah,
no.
Paul was probably I don't want to flip it and say the cameraman convinced him. I think it was Paul that convinced the others. I think because so. He's the leader. That would be the most. He's their ringleader. Yeah, he's the most logical. That's the most logical explanation. I mean, he's the one that convinced them. But it's always a possibility that the camera guy that was recording this could have convinced Paul to upload it. But I most likely think that it was Paul himself. Yeah, well, they convinced them. Yeah. Yep. So that video was taken down, and then he ended up, once he could return to YouTube, he did post a video saying that he was sorry. Well, yeah, before we go into that, yes, it was taken down, but people like to, take the video and then re-upload it. Oh, yeah. So you can still go and look up the video. Oh, not from his actual channel, but... Yeah, from, some third-party source. Yeah. Yeah, the full video is on there right now. If you want to, I do not recommend checking it out. But I mean, if you're that interested in it, go ahead. Yeah. If you want to know exactly what he did, but we're going exactly in depth, what we're talking about tonight. I mean, we're going in pretty good depth. Yeah. Hey, if we are leaving out anything, please mention it in the comments. Yeah, please. We want to know what we missed. Yeah, if we missed anything. Yeah. So yeah, the video got taken down. And yeah, he apologized for it. And he apologized. But when me and Aiden watched the apology video together, and it really seems scripted, in my mind. Did it seem scripted to you? Like he was looking at some script behind camera that we can see? His eyes said yes, but his voice said no. Do you think he sounds sincere in his apology? Yes and no. I mean, you gotta remember... With 17 million subscribers, you have to apologize for something like that, but I think... I must have really good... I think I have really good ears, so I could tell his voice is kind of shaking a little bit, which might imply him almost crying, but I don't know. He did look like a little, watery in the eyes. Yeah. And at the end of the video, very close to it, he did start to get choked up a little bit. If you pay attention closer, but then again, actors can fake cry all the time. Oh, so, yeah. They can actually I'm sure Logan is... an expert in that. Oh, I'm sure he can act. Mr. Logan, you can act, so that's a way to go. Maybe you should go into movies. Instead of offending people, you should go into movies. A lot of YouTubers like him that do all this stupid stuff and go around and do that, they're acting. They don't actually act like that in
on a normal basis necessarily.
Maybe Paul does.
Oh.
He films his day to life, so I mean, according to him, so.
Yeah, so it's really upsetting that he had to post that.
Why would, Jared, I want to ask you a question. You a question, okay? I want to see your view on it.
Okay.
Why do you think it's acceptable? You know?
About what?
Just this whole situation. You think whole thing should have happened?
I think that it should have, because Logan Paul was leading up to this video, because he started doing more controversial things, and that's what I wanted to go into, actually. Good lead into Aiden.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh, sounds like a burp in here. You're welcome.
Remember, unauthorized access, also meaning off the grid, also meaning we're unchained, so...
Alright, here we go.
Here we go. Let's do this, man.
Okay, so the other video, there are multiple videos that were before this, right?
Oh, yeah. Like,
so
just him
was it the one where he was going around Japan doing stupid things, right? That was before.
He dressed it... His friends. This one's actually kind of funny, because, you know...
There was funny parts in it, but there was also disrespectful parts. Now, do you think this video should have been... No. Do you think Logan Paul did a lot of wrong? Like, more than right? Or more
in the
than
Pokemon
acceptable?
video, actually, I don't... Me and you might disagree, but in the Pokemon video, I think even the throwing in the basket thing, I don't think that was one, actually. Because that's just, you know, that's just how he behaves.
But what if he had... Like, say...
I mean, listen, if someone approaches you in a Pikachu suit, which he was dressed in, you know they're gonna do something weird. So, I mean, that guy probably prepared himself for it. So, you know, I mean... You know.
I mean, but this guy was riding his bike trying to go in another direction. Mm-hmm. He wasn't necessarily noticing that this guy was coming up on him.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And plus...
I can see the trouble with that, then, yeah.
Yeah, and what if he had something in a grocery bag that was, like,
a bunch of food in it that he just...
And what if it, like, you know, he smushed something? You know, it's like, well, there goes my bread that I was gonna make toast with.
And then another person, when he was talking to you, you can see the look on their face. It's kind of, you know...
Well, I mean...
like,
if you watch the video and you see the camera pan up towards this guy that he just threw it in his basket in his bicycle.
His face is like, huh?
He looks upset. He was not laughing.
Yeah,
so
like,
therefore,
he's like, what the heck just happened?
So therefore, I think that he...
Yeah,
it was wrong.
Yeah.
It was wrong.
And then he threw another... Basically, what happened was, the video is called Pokemon Go in Real Life.
Mm-hmm.
And by Logan Paul, if you want to go check it out.
Yeah, it is still on his channel. He never took that down.
Yeah. I think that's one of the least controversial, in my opinion.
It is not, like, it's acceptable to YouTube, yes, but I think morally, it's wrong.
Yeah. But it is funny, though, because, I mean, some of it is, because, like, I mean, just looking at someone dressed in a Pikachu suit is kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, and
the concept is funny.
Yeah, yes. He had a lot of his friends, like, his one friend is dressed up as, that other Pokemon.
A Charizard and a, Snorlax.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, and you just see his friend is sleeping on the road, it's like...
It's dangerous to him.
First off, it's dangerous. What are you thinking?
Well, that's not really disrespectful to anybody, but it is dangerous for your health. You might be dead.
It's disrespectful to traffic.
Yeah.
That friend, Logan's friend talking to you, you don't need to go that fast. Just stand in the middle of the road.
Might as well.
Yeah, I
mean... anyways, so another thing... He was like, it was just a general disturbance in the city. I mean, he was just going around, you know, messing with people. There was this one Japanese guy that seemed to appear in multiple videos.
Yeah, so I think they were friends or something. I think that...
Yeah, so signs would point to that he is with them.
Yeah, he's part of their team, like, those Japanese team at least, like, whenever they go over there.
Yeah, because I think he was acting like he was just some stranger that was in the city, but I do, in fact, think that he was with Paul.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he had a reappearance and he acted goofy, which was funny. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he had occurrences where he would go up, he was throwing Pokeball at pretty much everything. He threw it at which I thought this was really rude. He would run through restaurants and stores.
And just make noise and just yell and scream and make noise.
Oh, I mean, that's enough to get arrested. I mean, say you go into Walmart in any state in the United States. Okay?
And Walmart at 2 a.m., that's what's happening. No, like, because you know how people say weird stuff happens at Walmart in the middle.
Especially at 2 a.m. Jeez. But anyways.
Anyway, besides that, yeah.
If you end up going and running through Walmart at 2 a.m. in the morning, yelling Pikachu and running down all the hallways, I'm pretty sure they're going to say, well, that kid has a mental issue. But then they're going to say that he's on drugs and call the cops. They're going to call the cops on you. I guarantee you.
I'm not be surprised if Paul drank a little bit of alcohol before filming.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, well, or that could just be the way he acts all the time.
Yeah, the way he acts, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was one of the biggest problems I had with it.
The one I had was not the one where he was dressed in a Pikachu suit, but another one, which we're going to talk about here. The thing I am most troubled with, that really pisses me off, is the one where they went to a temple.
Oh, yeah.
And they were, desecrating, there was a place where they say you can clean yourself by, like,
Yeah, cleanse yourself.
By, using a well, and, like, it's
There's
very
water
important
there,
to them.
and
it's holy water.
Yeah, it's holy water.
It's very important to them. And he just, comes over and say, we're gonna get cleansed from all our, stupidity. And just flips a coin and just, like, tosses it in. Kind of like what a coin.
Yeah, and then he says like, he throws coins in. He says like some sort of cuss word or something.
He says
stupid.
Yeah.
And then he says the B word too.
Yeah. Oh, and that is disrespectful to
because he throws it in there. It's like people go there and they actually wish for important things, not something dumb like that.
Maybe something like getting that. Someone has cancer or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then after the end of this fiasco, him going around the sacred temple, as he's like trying to, I think he got escorted out, basically.
I think kicked out. Yeah, the actual video is called "Got Kicked Out of Japan."
Yeah, well, that's that is that video. That's the name of the one. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, that Japanese guy that is supposedly with Logan Paul,
his friend.
Yeah,
he had to apologize to the police for the way Paul was acting.
He had to try to defend his actions, and he's like, he was joking around while he was still filming. He's like, yeah, my friend here is flashing his flashlight because he had like a flashlight in his hand for I don't know why, but
I think it was just like an officer.
Yeah,
he was to play him on, I guess,
but he was just like, yeah, we gotta. Because Japan's all
about respect.
We're about respect, And he's
seriously, Logan. Again to you, man. Seriously. Logan,
you just topped the cake there with that one. Oh, if you had to make the video,
this is really making me mad. This is actually making me furious right now.
Yeah,
seriously,
I feel sorry for anyone who got, encountered this creature.
This fool. Morgan, what are you doing, man? Seriously, you are literally killing your viewers. Like, not killing your viewers, but, like, killing your company and killing your,
your name.
Your channel,
You're basically,
you're like, committing suicide on your channel.
Yeah, you probably lost a lot of viewers. Maybe not, it's noticeable to the audience, but if you go into the edit mode in YouTube, which I'm sure he does all the time, he would see that he lost certain subscribers.
Logan, dude... We're not saying you shouldn't be stupid. Because that's what you're known for. But just don't be disrespectful. Find other ways to be stupid.
Yeah, go be stupid
example,
somewhere else.
Go be Patrick Star. Patrick Star, nice one.
Instead of Japan.
Yeah, that's another SpongeBob reference.
Yep.
Oh my
gosh.
Yeah, we be pointing references all night.
I'm rolling them off tonight.
Roll. Squeak. Yeah, sorry, that was a sound effect. Yeah, just dude. An example, me and Jared act stupid all the time.
Yeah, but do we do it in a disrespectful manner?
No. It's just us making, stupid, animal sounds and stuff. It's just it's just us being stupid.
Arnold Schwarzenegger voice impressions.
Hey, don't be stupid, Paul.
Patrick, go be stupid
somewhere else. Oh, man, that's a good one, dude. Hey, high five about that one. Woo! Alright, yeah, so, Logan, so what do you think? I'm, for one, disappointed in you, dude.
Oh, definitely, me too.
I'm disappointed in you, Logan. You know for a fact that was disrespectful what you did.
Now, I know this video is this topic is a little bit older because this did happen in 2017, but we were holding off on the topic for a while. But now we must talk about it. We just had to. And because it was on our minds for a while.
And dude, I don't wrap it up just yet because we're still a lot to talk about.
Oh no, I'm not done. I'm just mentioning that it's been out for a while now.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Logan, you said that, you said that, 2018 is going to be great. What?
You just lost, not to mention, he also lost a lot of support with ads. So he doesn't have that same
all those
income.
Companies, yep.
All those companies that were supporting his channel were
nope, you filmed a dead corpse. We're not going to...
Yeah, like, what if Nike was supporting him and they're like,
not
oh
anymore.
my gosh. Yeah, because Nike then would be associated with dead bodies hanging in trees.
They don't
want that.
No,
That's bad.
they don't. No.
They're going to lose money.
Yeah.
So...
And Logan Paul, you probably make money and you probably been losing. Oh, yeah, that's a thing we forgot to mention.
What's that?
When he was banned, his paycheck kind of dipped. Before it went back to normality.
Yeah, so he lost a lot of money just because of being banned.
Oh, I don't think his channel will ever be the same.
No.
Wow, one bad decision can change everything.
Yeah,
One bad decision.
That's just like, I know this has completely unrelated, but little things in history can change, like, things can change history, like...
This isn't about history, this is YouTube history, so...
Yeah, I know, but, like, what I'm saying is, like, the American Revolution,
Yep.
Britain did a lot of stupid things, they did one decision...
Oh, you always go back to that, dude.
I know, I love referencing history stuff.
I know.
Sorry,
Same.
I apologize if that...
Don't
annoys
apologize, dude. I'm the same way. I love history. Yeah, just so you know, Jared is big on the revolution in particular.
Yeah,
he loves it.
So that's why I can relate a lot of things back to it.
Yep.
So
no next one on it, bud.
Anyways, his channel lost a lot of money. I mean, so
a lot of money.
If you aren't a YouTuber, then and you don't understand this, but you will get income from YouTube, like a check, like every month, right?
Yeah,
and every month.
Yeah, I don't think it's from the views. I think it's for
the ad clicks.
Well, yeah, mostly from the ad clicks, because then some of it might be views. I mean, some of it might be. I mean, if you have over I think the rule of YouTube is if you have over million, you start getting paid. I think, like once it hits a certain amount of viewership, you start getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but it has to do with ad clicks, like so many ad clicks.
Yeah, as well, yeah. Yeah, that's not viewers, 1 million ad clicks, I think. You start getting paid for it, yeah. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to anyone who doesn't use YouTube, that's how that works. That's how
for anyone
get
that's
paid.
not a YouTuber.
Oh, and referring to YouTubers, a lot of YouTubers actually talked about this afterwards.
Oh, yeah. So, wait. Hey, you know what? We're YouTubers as well. Podcasters, slash podcasters. Yeah. So, this is something I know it's like I said, we're kind of late on talking about this, but...
sorry about that.
Yeah.
We originally planned to do it with a friend, but he was busy, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to get that... Hey, to our friend, I hope he did it right, so... Yeah. I mean, tell us in the comments if we didn't.
Yeah, if you're listening right now.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you
are. Come out to the shadows, step into the light. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, so this Logan Paul has been very hypocritical because he goes into Japan. He's like, I gotta pay respect when I go here, right?
Yeah,
and then
he
basically says that.
It was very specifically with the temple video.
Yeah, he goes in before he starts going into this temple. He's like, I gotta pay respect, and then what does he do? He goes the opposite of that, and he starts doing disrespectful things. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that he said that, and then he goes right away and starts saying that, the Japanese all about respect.
Yeah. Dude, literally 20 minutes ago, he said, let's treat this place with respect. Not to mention, completely unrelated, well, it's still about Paul here, but not related to Japan. He ended up, I don't know if he filmed a video of it on his vlog or if he made a post or something about it, but he, did something with an animal that was dead.
Yeah, it was like roadkill or something, and he went up and he electrocuted it. I didn't watch it. I heard about it on
Well, I don't even know if it was a video. Was it a video or was it like a little post that he made?
I don't know. I think it was a YouTube video. I think it was a YouTube video if I could be wrong.
Okay, so it was a vlog then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just, that's
just so wrong.
That is what, Mr. Paul, I don't know what's going through your mind.
Yeah, well, you might
need to be checked with for psychological insanity because...
Have you learned one thing from what happened in the past couple months?
Let's tell our viewers here. this was after the Suicide Force video, right?
Oh, yes. This was on a timeline, if you're looking at it. It was after the video was taken down. He apologized. He ended up posting, which we have not really mentioned much, but a prevention, like he posted the hotline on a separate video.
Yeah, which we will also, at the end of this podcast, we're going to do that.
Yeah, we are going to post that in the description below the video, so please...
For anyone that's going through suicide...
Again, please
do not worry. We are not as stupid as Paul. We actually care about you guys.
Yeah,
so we actually care about you people. So
yeah, we are going to put that in the comment section, or we can
put it in
the description.
Yeah, description. Yep. Yeah. So just call that if they know what they're doing. That's their job.
Yeah,
that's your job. That's what they live for, is to help you. So we're going to do that at the end of this podcast.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to that if you need it.
If you don't even care about what we're saying, if your only reason to go on our videos to look at that hotline, still, thank you for viewing it in the first place. So, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what our ultimate goal is, to help you, not to...
To help people. Yeah, that's our goal of this podcast. Not just with suicide, but with anything you guys might have.
Ours is to get our opinion out there and to try to help people pick the right one.
Well, whether it's about stupid stuff like on a Big League Geek Freak, whether it's about stupid stuff like stupid Super Smash Bros, or silly stuff like tonight. We'll talk about suicide. Want to be honest about everything. So, yeah. And help you guys, most importantly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's just the way he was acting around that sacred temple. Going back to Logan Paul at the temple. It was so disrespectful. And like we said, his friend had to apologize. And
let's real quick. Can you imagine how embarrassing for the friend that must be?
Yeah,
and he's Japanese, so
he probably had to question his support for him. I imagine he'd be like, "Why did you have to put me in that position to have to apologize for your actions? You should
have manned up and apologized for even if you couldn't understand what you were saying. You should have manned up and apologized yourself."
So, since he posted a video about being kicked out of Japan, does that mean he can't go there anymore, or does that just mean that
no, he can't go to the temple anymore?
Oh. So he was just being dramatic, kind of about the being kicked out of Japan, because not necessarily kicked out of Japan.
You're very dramatic about everything.
Oh yeah, and I like when he does his introduction on YouTube. I can't stand that. Honestly,
the very first video he made, it was like, "Hi, you actually get to see more of me." That's kind of arrogant.
He is very arrogant in his introductions. I don't like it.
But then 5 seconds of watching you, dude, not to bash on you, but to yes, to bash on you actually. But then 5 seconds, I'm like, oh, I know where this is going. Yep, this is where it's going.
And I don't like the way he acted, because it made me...
I do not like the way you acted.
From my perspective, it seemed like he was just being very like, aha, I'm so much more better than all those other YouTubers. I'm so much better than...
Tell PewDiePie that, man.
Yeah, and
PewDiePie... Tell PewDiePie that. Seriously.
And, yeah, well, I mean, he's still up there with one of the most
Logan
subscribers,
Paul,
right?
I don't know how anymore with Logan, but PewDiePie's still number one. Hey, PewDiePie, if you're listening, you're awesome, bro. I am subscribed to your bro army, so I'd be bro fist. I'm sorry. What?
Oh, okay. I'm scared now. We got a supporter in the room.
No, support of PewDiePie.
Oh, PewDiePie.
Yeah, I'm talking about PewDiePie, man.
I thought you were talking about Logan Paul.
No, why would you even associate with it? No, I mean a PewDiePie, supporter. PewDiePie.
Oh, okay.
Did you just say just here I subscribe to the bro army? Bro, like Brofist, that's PewDiePie's main.
Okay, well I don't watch him, so that's
then like Brofist, that's PewDiePie. He always does that.
Okay, I just got scared there.
No, dude, no.
We just went through all this, and you're talking about being on.
No, what, Jared?
Sorry.
You know me better than that, man.
I know. I just got scared there for a second.
Yeah, I'm a PewDiePie. I love PewDiePie.
I zoned out when you said the name of what you were supporting. Sorry.
Yeah, I said PewDiePie.
Okay.
Maybe I was talking too fast.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Well, I was lost in my own thought here. I was thinking.
PewDiePie, you're awesome, man. You're awesome.
Yeah, certain YouTubers like, for example, PewDiePie and
Markiplier.
Oh, and
another guy, but
one of my favorites is Peanut Butter Gamer.
Yes, PBG.
He can do funny things, but he doesn't have to be disrespectful.
His hackney videos are hilarious. Yeah. My favorite is his Mario 64 one.
Yeah, and you know that apology video? About that apology video that he did?
Yeah, Logan Paul. Yeah, he made an apology video. Yep.
What was the funny thing about it? What can you think?
I don't know actually.
He had more dislikes than he had likes.
Oh yeah. I was on the point of that out to you, and I didn't remember when we actually talked about it.
Because he had 2.6 million likes, and then he had 6 point something million dislikes.
That's like the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer.
You're
this had more dislikes than they had likes.
So you're like, oh wow, 2.6 million likes. But wait a second.
Oh my gosh, 6.6 million dislikes. People must not like me.
Yeah, so I wonder what he thought when he saw that.
Oh, Mr. Paul.
This is too funny.
We're laughing at him right now because he deserves every single amount of dislikes he gets.
Yeah.
Because, I would understand if it was just this one mishap. We're mainly talking about the suicide video tonight. I would understand if it was just this one mistake, but you have things leading up to it too. Just plain disrespect and other videos. So you have a track record. Yeah,
I feel like this was building up in his own mind. Not really himself, but just the history of his videos. It was building up to something like this. You kind of knew that it was going to happen.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. I would give him a freebie if this was the only mishap he had. But to be honest, it was not.
Yeah,
he's had other stupid things happen before.
Plus he apologized, and then he went on ahead and, started shocking a dead animal on the side of the road. At least I think it was on the side of the road. But
from what we've heard, yeah.
Either way, it was wrong. And he didn't learn from it. He doesn't learn from his actions.
That's a funny thing. He said in his apology, he said, I'm going to get better. I will get better. And then what does he do? He turns around and shocks a dead animal.
Is that better? Is that your definition of better? I want to know your definition of better.
Hey, Paul, comment in the comment section.
Oh, I dare you.
I dare you, Logan. Paul.
That's a dare. If you're Logan, right now, I want to share this video, this podcast with you, so then you can.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna post it on your social media and see how you think of it.
This is war.
This is war, man.
Which I don't know if he'll take up arms with us, but that'd be fun.
We're gonna have for the millions of fans that actually still support him. We're gonna have a plethora of fans just coming down on us, like the zombies in World War Z. They're gonna all be like in tsunami, go just crashing down on us and dissing us left and right. I cannot wait for the comment section. I cannot wait for his fans to just wild on us and be like, just like, we're gonna get so much flack, dude, from his super fans. We don't care though, because it needs to be said. This needs to be said. Logan Paul, you are acting like an idiot. You make stupid decisions, and we don't tolerate it.
Mm-hmm.
I was going back to something. Now, guys, don't judge me for this, okay? Because this is honest. But on our podcast, we want to be completely honest with you guys. We don't want to really hold anything back. So I have, believe it or not, I have actually had suicidal thoughts before. And it was during a past experience, it was just relationship issues. I'm not going to get into details, but, I've had thoughts like that. So, this makes me really mad because of that. But the difference is I have God on my side, so I was able to read the Bible and say, he tells me not to do that because I'm his creation. So, but yeah, I've dealt with issues like that, and because of that, well, not necessarily suicidal thoughts. I've just thought about really dark things. Not necessarily. I haven't really been suicidal, but I've just really thought really dark thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
So, but God's helped me through that, so, yeah, I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people, relating this back to the suicide forest, a lot of those people do not have that support on their, they don't have God's support necessarily in their own mind.
Mm-hmm.
They may, God may be there and saying, no, don't do that, but you don't have that thought.
You don't listen to the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
yep.
you disregard it.
Yeah.
And
because they don't believe. Well, you don't disregard it. It's not their fault. They don't believe in it. So they don't even know what that is. So how can they disregard it if they don't know what it is?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just So to go back to the topic at hand though, Jared, do you think that's something that? Because this is just off the top of my head. Do you think there's something that Logan Paul could have done differently to avoid all this flack against him? What could he have done?
Well, I completely agree that he could have done something better. He could have changed his actions.
How?
How so?
Yep.
Well, I say that maybe you can't change exactly what you did.
You can't change the past, yeah.
You can't change what happened.
But you can
make it better. Now,
like
I know...
he sent his apology video, which, I mean, right now he hasn't acted on, but I really hope he does. I mean, Logan, we're not here to bash on you. We do want you to get better, too. I mean, you know,
I'm not saying get off YouTube, never return again. No. I say this is something you enjoy doing, but
yeah.
I'm saying is that you could do better. And I know for a fact that you could...
You can do better.
Yeah. Oh, he can. I know for a fact.
Yep.
He can, but he has chosen not to. I mean, even after the apology video... See, I feel like that could have been the turning point. But
that could have been... I mean, yeah.
I feel like let me finish here.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like that could be the turning point in the way he acts. He could have changed his way of approaching each video. He could be funny... He could be stupid. He could do stupid things, but not on a moral or legal, illegal level, because I think that he overstepped a lot of that. He stepped boundaries that were set by the governments that he affected, especially Japan, because apparently that's a place he loves to cause wreak havoc.
Wreak havoc. He is like the human version of Godzilla.
Yep.
Good. Godzilla's a Jap. That's why I was making that reference, dude.
So, yeah, there's a lot of different things. What's your thought on this? Do you think that he could have done a lot different?
Just on the whole thing in general?
You agree with me, or is there something you need to add?
Yep. I completely agree. And another thing is he shouldn't have even filmed the video. I mean, in his defense, he honestly probably did not know that he was going to stumble across a body. But like you said, Joe, as soon as he saw that, he could have panned the camera away and been like, no.
Oh yeah, he could have completely said no, and then turned it off.
I mean, you can't prevent, in a suicide force, going to visit it, I mean, you might see a dead body. I mean, I don't, blame him for seeing a dead body. I mean, because that was just a suicide force. But, I mean, to film it then afterwards...
I mean, you're asking for it going into a force like that. Especially if you're going off the path and you know that you're probably going to end up running into something disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah. Logan, you had the option, dude. You had the option to turn the camera away and you didn't. And that was not a good choice.
There's so many factors that play into... adding up to this. And a lot of different things he could have done to avoid this in the first place, but he ended up going through with it.
Maybe not even going to the force at all.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, that was his choice. He probably had it set in the back of his head that he was going to run into a dead body for publicity purposes.
Do you think that's what... Actual question, Jared, to you. Do you think that was a reason why he went to the force for publicity, you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean... Do you know how, people, relating this back to, President Trump and stuff like that, this is a great example.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying this is true or it's false. What I'm saying is that there's been a lot of accusers of Trump that say that, they had a sexual encounter with him and, he came up, and did something inappropriate that he made advances that he wasn't supposed to. And they go public. But there was people that were silent until he ended up running for president.
They wanted to get publicity.
They wanted to get publicity, but they also wanted to get Trump out of office just because they don't like him. But I'm not saying that... But he also... I'm being careful about this because I'm not saying that these accusers are wrong. They probably are right. But what I'm saying is that they wait until the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They specifically targeted it to that time. So
and relating it back to Logan Paul, he has, like I said, 17 million subscribers. That's kind of like a peak there, in my opinion. I mean, goodness gracious, 17 million? That's unfathomable.
That is an awesome achievement.
Yeah, I mean, so that's a very high point in your career.
Mm-hmm. But then you have to go and attain it like that. Why? Dude, listen. Dude, I don't understand, okay? Listen, you have millions of subscribers. top of the world. Why would you want to taint your reputation?
You can make a difference in the world if you really wanted to. With 17 million subscribers, I like how you posted the hotline on your channel.
Yes.
But it's just kind of ironic that
you made a whole 7-minute video about suicide prevention, actually, and we only saw a few seconds of it, but I think it was someone actually talking about his attempt to... Yeah, which...
Actual experience with it.
Good job. Good job, bud.
I mean, seriously, I like that you posted it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, this is very ironic because this is the same guy that posted a video of a dead body on YouTube.
Yep.
So
you still made that decision. You still made that bad decision. So
yeah, I'm never letting go of that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I cannot take your apology video for serious. I can't take it serious.
No. I mean, hey. The internet, you can never delete things on the internet.
No. I mean, you may say that...
Even if it says deleted, it's still data. The data is still there, so...
You know, many people say you can't undo what you have already done.
Which is true.
Which is true, and even true on the internet. You may think, I can get rid of this, and you may do that, but it's going to get reposted on someone else's channel.
Well, they did the whole social media thing. Stuff, pictures, people post and stuff. That stays.
Yeah, someone very famous posts on Twitter says, gonna do this or that, and it's very controversial. They take it off, but people are gonna screenshot it.
Yep,
it's gonna get sent around, and there's no way to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yep.
Yeah, the Logan Paul can never get rid of that. That is on his permanent record. Staple it right on there, because it's not going... not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's staying right with him.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well put it on his back. Everyone's going to see it but him.
Right on his forehead.
Well, he may not see it because he's going to forget about it and pretend that he doesn't know it. It's on his back, but...
He's not going to forget it.
No, he's not. But what I'm saying is that he's going to ignore it.
Try to
forget that it ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
trying to make his fans, though, forget it ever happened. Trying to tell his fans it never happened, yeah.
Now, so do you have a solution? Is there anything else that we need to mention?
Let's see here.
I mean, another thing that we kind of mentioned, he was throwing Pokeballs at officers, which is...
Well, I mean, I think we can talk a little bit more before we go to Leaky Freak about how he actually tries to help. Because we've been bashing him for an hour now, so I mean... You know what? No, let's not, because, dude, you know what he did wrong, so I mean...
Yeah, we're not going to try to... back you up.
Yeah. I mean, you know what you've done to help, so I mean, I will leave it to you to say that.
Yeah, if you want to, show that you still recognize this as a problem, that you had, then do so. But,
yep.
Yeah. And, do I have a solution to this?
Yeah.
And my solution is... For anyone who is against, this may be a little extreme, but for anyone who follows Logan Paul on YouTube, I suggest that you don't watch his videos anymore. For the sole fact of what he did was wrong, you can't support, how could you support someone like that?
That was a dead corpse I mean, like I said, if this would have been his first strike, I'd be okay with it. I mean, based on the fact that, well, it's still a horrible thing, but the fact, though, that he has had previous mishaps, in other videos, with him acting stupid. I mean, why would you support someone like that?
And if you watch one of his videos, he has fans, supposedly, that come up and want his autograph. But there were Japanese fans. So what do you think they think of him going into the suicide force?
Right, yep.
So do you wonder if some of those so-called, I guess they were Japanese fans...
Yeah.
I don't know if that was set up or not,
Yeah.
Which I feel kind of like it was.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Kind of like the guy appearing in multiple videos. He had to have been said, meet me at this place at this time. But make it seem like you came out of nowhere.
Yeah. I kind of question that support, but say they were actual fans, I wonder whether he lost a lot of those Japanese fans that he did have.
Yeah.
Just because of
I just wonder if he paid him a bunch of money to do that, but I mean...
Yeah. I mean, he's chucking stuff at people. I mean, who does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my suggestion is do not watch his videos anymore. There's plenty of other YouTubers out there
like
that
Markiplier and PewDiePie. I recommend Markiplier mostly.
Yeah, and if you look
and Peanut Butter Gamer.
Oh yeah, he has some really great hacking videos. They're really funny, and he does like this. He does a lot of other fun videos.
Yeah,
you're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what's that other guy? That RJ Black Nerd or whatever.
Yeah, he's funny too.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, some of the people I recommend though is Markiplier, PewDiePie, and
Jacksepticeye.
Yeah, Jacksepticeye. Yep, he's funny.
Anyways, so there's plenty of YouTubers, other options. You don't have to watch Logan Paul.
You're gonna follow our YouTube channel.
Yeah, hey. Oh yeah, hit that subscribe button.
This is a opportunity to tell them about our channel.
Please do. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit a like too.
Yeah.
We could use
that. No, not yet, Jim. We're not at the end yet.
No, we're not at the end of this, but just saying.
Yeah.
Please do leave some comments. We want to know what you think.
Yeah, please. We all want to know what comments. We don't have any. Please, guys.
Yeah, and relating this back to the amount of subscribers, Logan Paul does not, I don't think he appreciates all of his subscribers. I mean, maybe that's a little far-fetched, but...
Yeah, he doesn't give a crap about them. Yeah.
Yeah, he just disrespects his fans, too.
Oh, yeah. Like, that one fan was, getting his autograph. You could see in his face, he's, kind of
Well, he didn't really autograph his signature. He wrote Pikachu on the back of
his
phone.
Yeah, what the heck?
If I go up to a movie star, and this person is my favorite movie star, I want their actual signature. I don't want just what if he writes poop on my... in cursive writing?
He writes the emoji.
He just draws a picture, I don't want that. I mean, maybe it's special, but I want your actual signature.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Or with you relating more like a Cleveland Indians player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want them just saying hi. Because that could be anybody. I could be saying,
right, yeah.
I could say, oh, that was, this person's signature, but it was my friend would be like, are you sure? That wasn't just you that wrote that?
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So, it'd be, that's why that was kind of, he disrespect fans in that sense. But our channel, we cherish our...
We actually cherish our channel.
Yeah, we cherish the subscribers that do start subscribing.
We want the best for you guys. Which is, before we move on to the weekly league fic, I will, in relation to actual suicide victims, or people that are going through it, I will emphasize again, because we care about you guys. Get help.
Please do dial that number that we do have in the description if you are going through any of this.
Yeah, if you are if you're going through that. Now, if no one is going through that, this doesn't pertain to you, but...
Yeah, it only pertains to the people who are... Even if you think for a second about this and
about killing yourself.
About killing yourself.
Dial that number.
Yeah. Do it, because...
And they also have a texting feature. So if you don't feel comfortable talking to people, you can text.
Yeah, which, that is kind of a little bit of a different experience for certain people, because some people are not very good over the phone. They're better in text messages.
I just thought I'd mention that for you people, for people that aren't, really good at, when that, not that they're not really good, but are comfortable with talking.
Mm-hmm.
They have a texting.
Not everyone is good for, not everyone is set up for taking calls.
Yeah, so if you don't want to call, text, because they actually have, from what I understand, the National Suicide Hotline has teams for people that respond to texts as well, so, yeah.
Yep. So I would definitely recommend you check that out if you need help.
If you think of a second, if you think even for a second that you're going to kill yourself, either call or text.
Yeah.
Text National Suicide Hotline, and they will help you.
And if you think that there's other help out there, then there is plenty. There's family members.
Most importantly, your family, first and foremost.
More importantly, your family, but the Bible, God.
Yeah, more importantly than the family, even.
Yeah,
is God.
even more
please.
importantly than that.
First and foremost, turn to God. First and foremost.
Yes.
Then your family, then your friends, and then the National Suicide Hotline.
Because that should be the last, not necessarily the last resort, but that should be, if all else fails.
Yeah, call them.
Call them. Because, they will certainly talk you out of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Now, one more thing, though. My dad said this, though. I mean, he would say to call them before family. Because, like,
I would definitely...
he says that family doesn't have experience in psychology and dealing
Not
with people that have
necessarily.
suicide. So,
Not
I mean,
unless
I would
you-
recommend maybe calling the suicide hotline first
Possibly.
before talking to family, because they have experience in psychology and they know how the brain works and stuff and how people think. So, I mean, maybe call them first. Because our families are not PhDs in...
Yeah, it's like you're not a psychiatrist.
And child psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anything
so...
like that, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for listening to that part of it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to move on to the Weekly Geek Freak. Woo! Alright,
Alright,
so
let's do this.
what's up for the Weekly Geek Freak this one? Well, we got...
we got two things coming up here.
Yeah, so we got about, Super Smash Bros, okay?
Yes!
So, like,
let's hear about this, Joe. What is this?
I'm pretty sure we mentioned it in the podcast before last.
Yep.
That was... We did mention that it was in the... Like, the trailer was at the end of the Nintendo Direct.
Yes, it was.
And it was... Really... There was a lot of questions as to, like, what characters are going to be in this, you know? Like, there wasn't any information on the game itself.
Yeah.
And...
There was just the Splatoon people and a big fireball. That's it.
Now, I did a lot of research, actually, on the Smash Bros. Speculation.
Oh, yeah, because
And-
you're a huge fan of it, Joe.
From what I can get, I figured out that there's people that want a story mode in Smash Bros.
Oh!
You know what I mean? Do you remember in Smash Bros. For the Wii, not the Wii U, but the Wii?
Brawl.
Yeah, in Brawl.
That's what I was going to mention. The subspace Emissio, yep.
Yeah, they went, and there was, like, numerous characters that were involved. You, like, got more characters as you went on. And the fighting mechanic was awesome. It's just, punch random, I mean, if you're not... Obviously, Smash Bros. Is a button mashing game.
Oh, yeah,
so
there's no fighting involved in it.
There's not really any...
flail you on, basically.
I mean, you can win pure luck just by accidentally smacking your opponent.
It is fun, though. It is a fun game.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to bring Smash Bros. On the go with me.
I know. Wild 3, yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but that wasn't HD.
No.
And this is going to be HD.
I'm so excited,
And you're going to have hopefully,
Fluid
online.
60 frames. Oh, Fluid Online, yeah.
Yeah.
And 60 frames, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah, just like how Mario Kart was, because it works 60 frames per second, even on split, on the Switch, which is perfect.
So, how do you think they're going to do this?
Okay, so the whole point is that if you played the Wii U version of Smash Bros., it was a great, and I mean a great game. But the one thing that was different from Brawl was that it had a different story kind of thing to it. It wasn't really a story. It was more like you had a map, and there was a whole bunch of those figures. They kind of looked like amiibos. They were like medals, like a trophy kind of
trophies, yep.
And yeah, they're called trophies. That was a big thing in Smash Bros. It's always been.
Yeah,
but they used
and especially in Brawl, if you remember.
Yeah, because that was what they collected. Because Wario was the bad guy in Brawl, and he would shoot this arrow, and it would pierce through the person that he was aiming at,
and turn him
into a trophy. Yeah, and then he would take him, kidnap him, take him away. But in this one, there's like trophies that are standing on this map, and you move around with whatever character you choose. And there's like a cluster of characters together, and if you collide into that whatever cluster you choose, then you have to battle that group of people, like 1-on-1, or 1-on-3, or 1-on-4, however many.
Okay. So it's like an overworld kind of thing, like where you.
It's just like
the overworld map, and you just kind of like a quest thing.
Yeah, and you can change
quest mode, I bet.
Yeah, and you can change the difficulty, but there's really no story to it. And that's what many people... That's the big difference between Brawl and the Wii U version. Smash Bros. For Wii U. And that's what people are hoping that... Do you know HAL Laboratory? That company?
Yeah.
They created a Kirby.
Ooh.
And one of the best Smash Bros. Games of all time was Smash Bros. Melee. Now, I have
GameCube.
Yeah, on GameCube. I did not play it, mind you, and I that's a sin.
I did have it. It's amazing. It's an amazing game.
So you can vouch for me.
Yeah, I don't have it, but I played it at like a friend's house. It is amazing, guys. My friend Nate.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Nathan, he has it. His brother used to play that game like nonstop. He said.
Yeah. So.
That's a fun game. That's a fun game, actually.
Oh, it is it? Yeah.
Special Melee is
so
awesome.
from what I understand, that is the most popular game
Most in the
Smash
series.
Bros.
Game, yeah.
in the series, and HAL Laboratory created that game. They were like the one under developing it. They were, that's what they did. But once it got over to Brawl, it was, I don't know. I don't want to say it was Nintendo itself, but I guess that one. I don't know the name of the guy off the top of my head, but the guy that worked on the Wii U version doesn't work with HAL Laboratory.
Yeah.
So, and he worked his butt off for the Smash Bros. For Wii U game. I mean, he put a lot of work into
graphics and the sound and the characters. Yeah.
I mean, he worked himself to death. I mean, he was almost like he was completely exhausted.
So good job to you, dude.
Yeah, you did a really good job on that game. It was a really good game. But what I'm saying is that HAL Laboratory was known for the story mode. And guess what? You want to know something? HAL Laboratory is working on the new one.
Oh! Yes! Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that was the big news.
Oh, Melee returns! Woo! Yes.
So people are hoping that HAL Laboratory is going to make it just like Melee. It's going to be perfect.
Oh my god! I play Melee, so oh my god! Oh, the hype is real.
I know, it's unbelievable.
HAL Laboratories is making it. I'm sorry, I freaked out now.
It's like a burst of excitement.
No, listen, but that's the first time I've heard it, so I mean, oh my god.
Live reaction right now.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious.
This is perfect.
This is...
Because I was talking with a coworker about this, and he said that, he told me this, and I'm like, really? I'm like, that's great, because if Melee was that good, then that means that this goes to say...
It is a sin that you've never played Melee. It is an absolute sin.
I'm sure I can get I could probably find a GameCube. It might be a little pricey, but I could probably get a GameCube and then get Melee if I really wanted to.
It's probably on Nintendo eShop.
You mean the virtual console?
Yeah, because of how big it is. It has to be. It's a sin if it's not.
I don't know if it is, honestly. I would have to look, but that's a good question. Yeah, so...
I'm sorry about flipping out, guys. That's just incredible. I did not know that HAL was making it, though.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my word! Oh my gosh!
So back to more speculation. That was actually not speculation.
I can't get over that. Oh my gosh! I can't get over that. That's awesome.
So yeah, this goes to show that's probably gonna be a really good game.
Jared, thank you for telling me that. Like I needed to hear those words.
Yeah, because we were kind of put down from this topic that we're talking about.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we had a little bit of excitement to brighten up my night. Wow.
Yeah. So another thing. Let's talk about some of the characters that might be appearing in this. So,
the roster.
I'm
kind of iffy about it.
We don't know much about it, but if you do watch the trailer that was at the end of the last Nintendo Direct, which happened on the 8th of March, then you will notice that there was Link. Of course you knew Mario and Link was going to be in it. I mean, that's given, right?
Yeah, they have to be.
One difference... Not a difference with Mario, but a difference with Link.
Is it Breath of the Wild version?
Yeah, it looked like the Breath of the Wild version. And that goes to show that version of Link is going to be in this game. Which will then prove, most likely, that it's going to be a brand new game instead of a remake. Because HAL Laboratory's working on it. So they're like, you know what? We're going to make this a brand new game.
You're excited again.
Because they're taking over. You know?
Yeah.
They're like, well, let's take it from here.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo's like you could say they're like the government. You know, they're watching over HAL to make sure they stay on it. But, so Nintendo is definitely involved in it. But yeah. So Link, so this new Link might be in it, most likely. Indefinitely.
Do you think they're gonna bring back the old skin?
I don't know. There might be that option on there.
I hope. I kind of miss the old skin, like the old, green tunic and stuff. I kind of miss that.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's just me.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens, but, anyways, so...
I hope they bring Pac-Man back. Pac-Man was my go-to character. Whenever
Actually,
I came over to your house to play
I was pleasantly surprised with how it played through with, the mechanics of Pac-Man.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Because you can, go across the screen with, like, bloop, 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 bloop,
Yep.
and then that just
Yep.
eat whoever is in your path, and, chomp, and then they go flying across the screen.
Yep.
Oh, that was a perfect reenactment.
Yep.
And, it's great when you got, like, 100%, damage, and then
you just go...
and then it goes flying.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I'm sorry, I love Pac-Man, so I know every sound in that game.
Now, I have a request. If...
This goes out to Hal or to Nintendo. Right?
Yeah, please... I think you have too many sword-fighting characters in the game. So if you... Because I heard some speculation on one channel, I'm not going to name the YouTuber, but I did see a speculation that they wanted... or it was more of a request, that they wanted this certain character, and it was a sword fighter. I'm like...
Not another one, please.
I'm like, we got too many, and plus, some of them I don't even know.
I have an idea for a character, just... This might sound weird, but this is a completely new concept that you guys could do.
What's that?
Either make a new whole classic character. Be an absorber. Kind of like Kirby, but for everyone. They can absorb your attacks and use them against you.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could do something like Control. Where they can, control, it would be, a very, kind of, a different mode. Like a special mode of special ability stuff. One of the abilities could be, control your opponent. It's like you can tell him, to walk off the stage and he walks off. Like, you can...
Yeah, add new concepts to it.
Oh,
mm-hmm. Yeah, spice it up a little.
Yeah. And please bring back, I have two requests, actually. Bring back, Mr. Game & Watch. It was amazing. And, who was it? That other guy.
Duck Hunt?
No. Yes, him, but,
Yeah, he was I didn't really care for Duck Hunt, actually. I mean, I thought it was a good concept bringing him in, but I didn't think he played through that well. Mm-hmm. I didn't enjoy it, but that's just me.
Who was it?
Mega Man.
No, it was...
I like Mega Man, though. I really enjoyed it.
He was a classic. Look
at
all the...
Is it in this image here?
I don't remember.
That's the Smash Bros. Wii U one.
Yeah. He was F-Zero. Captain Falcon. Bring him back. Captain Falcon.
Punch.
Yeah. Captain Falcon. That's what I was thinking of. He was awesome. And Little Mac. You have to bring back Little Mac.
Little Mac he was OP, man.
He was awesome. Oh, man. Please bring back Little Mac, please. He was awesome.
He was amazing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he was awesome. He was OP, man.
Yeah, so there's a lot of
obviously bring back Link, all the Nintendo characters, the well-knowns, bring them back.
I think, you know what they should do? Nintendo should do the same thing like what they did with the Wii U version. They should put up basically an election, so for people to come up with ideas.
Vote on what characters you want in the game.
Yes. Do not vote Shrek. Do not. We don't need Shrek.
No.
That's just disturbing.
Yeah. Okay. Idea. One more thing. Then we'll move on to our second topic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what's that?
New arenas. Let's come up with some ideas for new arenas.
Ooh. Okay.
Or new stages, as they call them.
Yes. I think that they should have. Let me try to get one real quick.
Get one, dude.
Wow.
No, wait. Do you know that the sound of... I'm trying to imitate the tortoise. That's probably not a good sound, is it?
No, I do not.
Yep, no.
I think that they should do more, maybe even add some more Mario levels.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple, I don't know. There's maybe do another Bowser Castle.
Oh, yeah. Do stuff from some of them, but from some of the brand new games.
Do a Pac-Man level.
Oh, they had that though.
Oh, they did?
On the, not the Wii U version, but the 3DS version, remember? They had the Pac-Mans.
Oh.
But, some of the new games, more Metroid. To celebrate Metroid Prime 4 coming out soon.
Oh,
They could do a new Metroid stage.
Maybe even do something different, more Kirby stages too.
Yeah. Or maybe do more stuff like the Battlefield stage from Brawl. Just original stages.
Ooh, what about another Donkey Kong stage?
Ooh, never done that in a while. Yeah, like Donkey
from
Kong
Tropical
Country.
Freeze.
Yeah, and from Country, Country Returns.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of good ones.
They could do the inside of the volcano from the end.
Bring back
the game.
And bring back that one with the that little post, with the water going by.
Yeah. Oh, that could be a new character too. The Tiki Masks from Donkey Kong Country.
Bring Funky Kong as a playable character.
Oh, and Cranky.
Oh, Oh,
that would be so hilarious. Just
all the animations that it would do. Okay, so let's move on to.
No. One more idea. More Pikmin stages. More Pikmin.
Oh,
I absolutely love Pikmin.
Oh yeah, the concept is fun.
Yeah.
I would like that. Cool.
Did you play any Pikmin 3?
Yes, I did.
Did you enjoy it?
I have it on the Wii U. Yes, it's very difficult and sometimes.
Yeah.
That games are supposed to be difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point unless you don't have a challenge?
Yeah.
So,
anyway, that's everything about Super Smash Bros. Right?
All right. So what's on your mind?
Oh. Okay, PlayStation fans here. Last of Us 2 is releasing this year. According to a report. Naughty Dog has not confirmed anything yet, but it is said that Last of Us Part 2 is coming out this year.
Oh,
this
really?
year. Oh my gosh. The last of Us, wow, that sounds
the
bad.
last
of Us came out in 2013. It's a PS3 game, and they remastered it in 2014. And obviously, a bunch of people listening to this right now know what The Last of Us is. Jared, have you heard about any of these characters or who they are?
Relatively.
Okay. Basically, these two characters, Joel and Ellie, have to traverse the U.S. because it's been 20 years since a fungal pandemic outbreak. Now, with most apocalypse stuff, it's like a virus, like walkers and stuff. But with Last of Us is different because it's based on a real life fungus called Cordyceps that takes over not in the game, but in real life, it takes over ants.
Yeah.
And controls their brain. And you see a spore coming out of their head, and it when the ant dies, it explodes, and it releases spores into the atmosphere to infect more ants. But in the game, it mutates and it spreads to humans. So in that game, it infects the person, and over time, the fungus grows over their eyes and over their face, and they have to use echolocation. And by the end, you just see a mangled face, it's covered in fungus. The brain is uprooted. You see the brain. You literally see the brain fungus drying out of it. It's disgusting. And they actually make a clicking sound, because you use echolocation, as I said, so they go to see.
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of like how Don't use radar. So can you imagine how scary it is? You're in the game and it's in the dark, you turn on your flash, and all of a sudden you hear and it's like a clicker that's something like.
Bye. I'm out.
Yeah. And you have to get right up to it in order to kill it. You have to stab it. So it's not just you can shoot it. You have to go right up to it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather shoot it and run.
Yeah, and the thing is with the first stage, it's 4 stages. The first stage is the one that scares me. Because they are known as owners. They're known as one-ers. And they actually scream like humans. They scream like they're in pain. That's what scares me, is that you see they're screaming because, they're screaming obviously because the fungus is eating away at their brain. It probably hurts, as it's crawling over there, so they're screaming and it's oh my god, it's so creepy. That's how you know that the game's good, but it was not known for that, but it was known for its story. The story made me cry. Oh, this game was so good. At the end, Ellie's 14, so she's I guess Joel is a little older, so he lost his daughter at the beginning, so
he's basically taking her on as his
daughter. So at the end, Ellie has to spoiler alert. No, not spoiler. You've had since 2013 to play it, so
yeah, no excuses.
Shame on you if you haven't played it, because it's amazing. But that's one of the games that you'd actually buy PS3 for. But so anyway, we gotta quicken up here a little bit.
We're running low on time.
Yeah, but anyway, so at the end, Ellie has to get surgery and has to have her brain taken out because she's immune to this fungus, and so they have to extract her brain in order to to find a cure and kill the corpse and save humanity. But Joel, being attached to Ellie over a year of traveling across the U.S., saves her. And at the end of the game, you end up having to go to the hospital. And the Fireflies, they're always essentially have a hospital as a main base. Anyway, so so you go to the hospital, and you end up killing the doctors. You shoot them.
Oh, good.
You kill all 3 of the surgeons. And you run out there, and you end up saving Ellie. Which, but you're left with a moral dilemma. Because at the end, Joel has to lie to her, saying that there's dozens of people that are immune, and that, that they're not looking for a cure anymore, which they are, so, yeah. So you're left with a moral dilemma, because, you're like, okay, you save Ellie, who you're going to care for throughout the game, but yet, then you basically screwed over humanity by not letting them allow to work on the cure. And you didn't even know if it was going to work. Right. Yeah, so it ends like a realistic ending, so, face a little more dilemma, which, yeah, all in all, though, I'm really excited for Last of Us 2. Because in the trailer, something about Ellie changed. Because she went from loving the Fireflies to saying in the trailer she's gonna kill every last one of them. Oh. So something happened. Something happened. I don't know what. We're gonna find out, but yeah. If the rumors are true, coming out this year, so I'm excited for this. Last of Us Part 2. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Alright,
so I think that's it?
Yep, that's pretty much it. Thank you, everyone, for listening to our podcast this week on Logan Paul controversy and the history of the Suicide Forest.
Yep, and from Off the Grid Podcast.
Off the Grid Podcast, gaining unauthorized access to the truth.
Yep, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Leave a comment.
Like our video if you want to hear more, let us know.
Yep, and to say again, we will be posting it on social media, Facebook, Twitter.
Yep, so you can have a direct link to our YouTube channel, and it will be on SoundCloud.
Yep, and SoundCloud, guys, I'm sorry that, I'm gonna apologize for a second because our NSA video, we're still editing that, so don't worry, guys, you will get that, you will get that.
It's been crazy, so, yep, so that will be coming out, or we'll, post it normally.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Mm-hmm. So thank you, everyone, for listening to our podcast this week, and tune in next week for our next podcast.
Yep. Good night, guys.
See ya.